Hello folks, we're out at the build site to check on our progress. I can hear a lot of stuff going on right now. I'm looking over and I can see that they're doing a lot of work on Ainsley's, and I know they're focusing on getting the ground floor done on our house. So I'm hoping to see some progress today and kind of update you guys on what I see as well. So let's head on over to build and check it out. Well folks, the first thing you notice when you stroll down the street heading toward the build is Ainsley's house. You can see that they've got their first coat on the exterior. It's going to be a nice color. I like the accent with the fascia boards, the black on that on the red roof with those steel truss, I should say the steel structure that extends out, kind of an accent. He's got his wood frame finish on the windows, which is actually aluminum, but it's Sri Lankan style. It's a build that resembled his house that he grew up in. They had that design put in specifically for his needs, and kind of remind him of his childhood growing up. You can see here they've got the tree taken out now, which is awesome. Did a good job on that, and I can extend that wall out because the roots were all through the corner. Didn't want to take the tree out, but they didn't have much of a choice on it. So continuing on with his wall here, you can see the work at the front. Kind of an interesting side note is here, we're getting our internet connection, which is PLDT, and they require you to build a column for you to attach your line to, your incoming fiber line that PLD comes in. And the builder actually wanted to go underground with it, so they didn't have this huge column sticking out here, just for the purpose of putting your PLDT and your electric meter on it. Didn't make any sense, but they want you not only to take a picture of the column itself with the after it's finished, but then they come out and physically check to make sure that you didn't send a picture of another column from somebody else's house that's up there. Kind of a funny side note. And then you got your walls that he's doing here. You can see the opening for the driveway at the corner here, but they're making some really good progress. And this is the tough part of the build, from what I'm finding out. When you do the finishing work, you can see even upstairs where they're doing the railing, putting the hand railing in on that second floor balcony. But this is the hard part of the build, and that's the frustrating part of the build for a homeowner who wants to get in. But like I told you that story the other day, my mindset's kind of changed. Maybe I'm just adjusting, kind of learning you can't apply Western standards to the Philippines. I mean, you can get the quality that you want, but the pace is going to be quite a bit different. So you just got to take that in mind. It's like right now we're struggling. I want a stone coat finish for our roof, but it's hard finding one with the color that we want. I mean, they offered in black, and I'm not sure that I really want to go with the black color. We've tried about, I don't know, 5 or 6 different sites. After I get through here, I'm going to head on down to one of the actual roofing companies that actually manufacture those roofs, and get an actually hands-on example of that, so I can see if they have the color that I want, and I want the texture. Right from the start here, you can tell that they're framing up for the window here in the front, and the door is going to be obviously to the right side of that. And we've got a size 90 door on that. I'm thinking about maybe even pushing that out to 100 for the front door. And interesting enough, I was looking at the materials, and I don't know if I'm going to go with a wood material. They have a lot of new stuff that's out now that it looks pretty cool, and it's a lot more weather resistant than what we have here in the some of the old traditional wood doors, who have issues with the swelling from the humidity, and the weather itself. They really take a beating, especially if they're not protected. They don't have we call them storm doors in the U.S., but it's not so much that, but a screen, and then you have the right type of awning over it. You can see here now in the garage that they're still cutting collars for some of the beams, and can see they've got only about a quarter of the actual plastering done here. I squeezed by this makeshift scaffolding here. You can see this area here. I don't know if the camera's going to be able to pick it up, but this is where we decided to put a kind of a just a work CR or kind of a, if you're outside, you don't have to run in the house, get it all dirty. So you can use a CR out here if you needed to use the restroom. Guys are breaking for lunch right now, but you can see right now what's been accomplished here. Actually got the window that they're measuring. You can see shining some light. Let me get you an angle here so the light doesn't shine directly into it, but they're going to push that out 5 feet wide by, it looks like a good 4 feet tall, maybe even 5. I can have it spec'd out, but you can see the actual marks itself. These are 4s. I told Dave I wanted to take it out to a 5-foot window. I can even go 6, but it limits my storage space here. And they haven't started on the area in the back yet, still, because they're focusing on getting the inside done. This right here can be added on, because from here to the corner of the wall is going to be additional space for my laundry room and my dirty kitchen and a storage area all combined here in this back with these 2 doors. And you can see that they're squaring up for the doors and windows now here. They've been working on that, and that takes time here. It's just something that's not done overnight. But I'm finding out that it's better to get your windows designed in, at least or what the builder tells me. You can see right here we've changed the design on this one right here. We have that window here, and it's downstairs CR to let some of the air in, keep that humidity from building up, because a lot of times in the Philippines I experience restrooms that don't have any ventilation at all, or a small little fan that doesn't really do anything. And you can see here where they've actually plastered over the door that was originally what I didn't want, and then they've kept the 2 side windows that I requested, and they're going to keep that window there. So this will be a nice setup here, and you'll have the lanai up above, which is nice. You can see that they've got their concrete that they're working with here for their different projects. And they were doing the stairs across. I was over there this morning, spent the whole morning with the builder, talking to him, getting his thoughts on information that I need to complete my build. We talk a lot about windows. We're going to go with the dual pane. They call them dual glazed out here. I don't know why, because when I say dual glazed, to me it means that they're going to have just two different tints of material on it, but dual pane means 2 glasses with a space that's in between. And the actual frame itself is a lot more heavy duty, and it's a lot nicer looking. And not to mention that it's a heck of a lot quieter than you normally have. And you can see here, man, first off, there's still rain. We've had rain almost every other day here as of late, and we're coming out of the rainy season. I mean, February, everybody tells me that that's the start. That should, end of January was the end of the rainy season, and February starts the best time of year to build. But we still got rain here, so that's something that we're dealing with. But they're going to be putting a roof on at Dave's build at Summit Point that I was over visiting this week, and I'm going to go check that out. They're delivering probably tomorrow, and then I'm going to go take a look at the material itself, and then Monday they're actually going to start on the construction of it. We're here in the master bath area of my house now, and you can see what they've accomplished as far as the plaster goes. And this area I can already see an issue here. These 2 pipes should have been chipped out like these 2 pipes here, and this is the problem that they had when one crew leaves and is terminated or let go, whatever term you want to put on that, and they do stuff like this just to make their job easier instead of actually leaving some spot, because now they're going to have to re-chip all that. Well, it's not a big deal. I mean, one thing out here in the Philippines, the day labor rate is not anywhere near like it is in some of your Western countries or European countries. So It just doesn't really come to a lot of money. Just more time delays. Here's the storage area, and you can see right now where they're working on the plaster upstairs here. They've got this first coat done, and you can see, let me get you an idea. You can see that string line is how they tell for the wall, the thickness the plaster coat needs to be, because they put these lines in with plumb lines in, drag them, make sure they're squared off perfectly straight, and then they use them to fill the low areas, and then they cut back on the high areas, so you get your nice, it takes a lot less prep work when they can do it this way. Then here's one of the bedrooms that's going to be in the house itself, and you're going to have a nice area here in the back for sliders to get out of that lanai if they want to use that. So the only thing I worry about is my 2-year-old. I want to make sure that we keep everything secured so that he doesn't have an accident. And you can see all the water that's in the upstairs CR. And then you can see here they're doing their cleanup and stuff here, but the plastering on this wall is all done. At least the first coat of it is anyway. And the rough, what I call the rough coat. And then as you walk out from this one, you'll have another lanai area here, and then you'll have a door to the outside from the master bedroom. And this area that I said had a lanai over won't. This will just have a roof that's gonna come over the angle on it. But we're gonna have roofs on the canopy on the front of the house, and then on the side with the dirty kitchen. So the roof's a real important aspect cost-wise, and I mean not only aesthetically looking, but financially as well. You can look over and see Ainsley's house, how actually nice it is, with the roof that they have. And that stone coat's nice, but we're looking, we kind of leaning toward 90%. I shouldn't say 90, I don't have a percentage to give you, but the roofs here, a majority of the roofs here are all metal, but it's the finish on the metal and the thickness that makes up the quality of the roofs out here in the Philippines. Not like the United States where you're choosing either tile or you're choosing an asphalt style of roof. So it's quite a bit different. Let's head on back downstairs. I don't know whether I want to get with, the question is with a tile wear for the stairway, should I have wood or tile? And the reason I say that, I love the wood, but I have a dog who spends part of the time in the house, spoiled, and if I'm not staying on top of her clippings of her nails, I'm wondering if she's going to scratch that wood, because I have seen scratch marks on wood stairways in the past. So I'm not too sure what I'm going to do. That's one thing I got to talk to Dave about. We touch base on a lot of things during our day, but as you look up at the sky today, should have done my weather check this morning, but it's a beautiful day. I love it when it's breezy out here and the wind is blowing, even though it's humid today out here. And I mean, it's humid a lot out here in the Philippines. Let's face it, you're living in a tropical weather area, but when the breeze is blowing, it makes it so much nicer. It's just really amazing. And our subdivision is just beautiful. If they can just get some of the issues worked out, it would be a really nice place, long-term place to stay at. We're hoping it's going to work out for us. But folks, I want to say that if you've got suggestions on that roof, man, I've got companies from the local, I live in the Batangas area, Lipa City. If you've got a good roofing company that you liked, I've had some of my subscribers already check in with us, and if you've got one you can recommend that you were happy with the service and they had a good quality roof, please feel free to make that suggestion in our comments. Folks, again, I said I appreciate the comments on the roof. You can get me those, and I just want to say thank you for the support. It's very much appreciated. The wife and I really appreciate it, and it's not only that, it's good to meet a lot of nice folks. So I want everybody to stay safe, and hopefully I hear a lot of good news about the U.S. as far as the vaccinations rolling out, and I hope the folks there are all getting, the ones that choose to take that vaccination are getting their needs met. out here in the Philippines, it's going to be a while. I mean, they keep saying it's going to be rolled out, but to be honest with you, I don't expect it to into 2021 or even 2022 before we see that. I might go back to the States and get vaccinated over there. Not sure yet. I'm kind of waiting to see what's going on. And again, it depends on the brand of vaccine that's available. I don't really care for any of the Chinese stuff that's out there. Looking more for the Moderna, to be honest with you, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. But again, those are my opinions, so you guys take them for what they're worth. Anyway, you guys have a good day, and thanks again for watching. Stay safe, and God bless. Take care now.